Okay, got it. It's working. Amazing. Sometimes it doesn't work. All right, so we're actually going to start with this breath work practice. It's called coherent breathing. We're just going to do it for a minute, but what it does is balances out your heartbeat with your respiratory system and your endocrine system. It's called coherent because it brings your body into harmony. And all it is a 6-count inhale and a 6-count exhale. I'm actually going to do it standing. So just letting yourself come into being in your body for a second. So landing in your body in this moment, on your feet on the floor, or on your butt, however you are. Just exhale everything out. And then we're going to inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a great one to regulate your body and just come into a sense of harmony. Sometimes for people, it's stressful to do breath work. It's like, oh no, I have to do something. So if that's you, just take it really easy and slow. Count for yourself. Go in what feels okay. It doesn't have to be 6. You could do it in 4. But 6 is really sort of the optimal. 5.5 seconds is really where they have found the best place to be. And usually that's about 6 heartbeats. All right, let's inhale, big breath in, reach up through your fingertips to the ceiling, and then exhale, radiating away from center, letting your feet drop down into the floor. Inhale, lift and open all the way up to the ceiling, maybe arching your upper back, and then exhale, letting the arms float back down, really easy. 2 more like that. Inhale, lift and open, and exhale, soften down. The next one, we're going to take it all the way down to the floor. Inhale, open. Exhale, open your feet wide, bend your knees, take it all the way down. When shift from side to side, bend one knee, bend the other. Let that ripple through your spine. Doesn't have to be your biggest stretch, just more about the movement from your head to your tail, from your tail to your head, and the back of the body getting this nice side-side motion, a little bit of a stretch, bending one knee and then the other, weight shifting, and come into center, roll it all the way up to the top. We're going to open wide, external rotation, internal rotation. So we're going to externally rotate. I'm just going to do it with my upper body for right now. You could do it with arms and legs, but I'm not going to do my legs. I'm just going to do my arms, arching, and then inhale, exhale, and curl, internally rotate. Inhale, open, heart, chest, and lungs in the front. Exhale. As you exhale, opening up the back of your body. Inhale, front of the body opening up, back of the body opening up. Big full breath in. Exhale out. 2 more. Open it up. Exhale and curl. Last one. Arch and open. Exhale, curl, and then twists. Twisting from side to side. I'm going to twist away from my leg and flex my foot. So I'm shifting onto the back foot and flexing the front foot. Letting that ripple through my spine, but also just getting this foot action, foot to heel. There is a little cat coming in. Not a little cat, this is a big cat. The cat mat sharing program. Then we're going to change it. You're going to just stay in the middle and spiral in there. So these exercises, these spirals and the breath work, I usually do pretty much every morning. Sometimes I do the breath work throughout the day and sometimes at night. It's so healthy. It's so important for us to work on the rhythms of our body or play on the rhythms of our body, letting them come into harmony, right? Everything in life is working in rhythms, the tides, the moon, the sun, the orbits of the planets. And when our rhythms are coherent, we're much healthier. Our body can come into a parasympathetic state, rest and digest, soothe and settle, dial down, process whatever we need to process. All right, the last turn we're going to do is turning towards your front foot and pivoting the back foot. So this is like the golf swing minus the club, but where we're shifting our weight onto one foot. Looking around behind you, letting the centrifugal force send the blood out to your fingertips, little teeny capillaries, the farthest away from your heart. The whole system of your heart, your blood flow moving through your whole body. Good. And then come in and let's do some weights. So weights for the bone density. And you can do light weights or heavier weights, whatever you've got. If you don't have weights, bottle of a can or a bottle will do, or 2 cans, bottles, ideally the same size, right? We don't want to have 1 can of beans and 1 can of something else. I don't know. They might be the same, right? It might be like a pound can, whatever. 16 ounces. Just make sure you have the same weight. So bending our knees and straightening our legs. Parallel. Try not to clamp your elbows into your sides. Try to let the elbows be kind of free. 3, 4. This doesn't have to be your deepest bend. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go up and tippy toes. Up, 1, pushing through the ceiling. 2, 3, 4. The Peapod and Gaylord are looking at each other. He bullies her a little. 6, but then she scratches him in the face. 7. So he's the one that comes out the worst for the wear. 8, 9, 10. And she doesn't see, oh, there he goes. Yep, there it is. The fight is on. All right, let's go for a small turn to out first position. Just not a whole lot of turn out. Like I'm at pretty much a 90-degree angle in my foot, but I am engaging in my butt and in my rotators in my legs. So going 1, knees over the toes. 2, 3. Doesn't have to be deep. Heels stay down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And pressing up, straight legs. 1, engage your glutes. 2, draw your inner thighs together to come down. 3, so adductors are working to help support you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, looking straight out in front of you. 9, 10, come in. Relax for a second, just shake everything out. We're going to open up to a bigger position, a second position. Again, not super turned out. You're not forcing your turn out. You're just working somewhere where your knees can go over your toes. We'll do a set of 10 here. Going 1, doesn't have to be your deepest. 2, a little bit slower. 3, knees over your toes. Chest open. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Coming into parallel, we're going to open your feet wide, arch your back, stick out your butt, open your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, get deeper if you can. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands to your hips. So my elbows are going back, my hands are at my hips, I'm sticking out my butt, I'm arching my back. Going 1, hands come back to your hips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come in, circle your shoulders. Circle and weight shift. So shifting to one side and then the other, let your spine have some freedom. So your spine, your head-tail connection, moving around. Take it so your elbow is going up, like you're starting the lawnmower on each side. Those, they probably aren't going to exist that much longer. Those gasoline, diesel, whatever they are. They're not diesel, they're gas lawnmowers. They're probably going to just be different, mostly electric soon. All right, which would be nice. Shoulder forward, forward. Weight shift onto that leg. Shift, 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 shift. Big elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's put your weights down. Taking your hands and spiraling palms open and then palms down and in. Think of like you have a figure 8 that you're basically making with your hands. So circling in, circling out, circling in, circling out. Now imagine that that is coming from your lungs. So it can be bigger, opening up, but getting this really spirally movement into your hands that's connecting into your torso, right? Feeling this connection of your arms into your body. The image I like to use is like when you see manta rays swimming, where there are a whole bunch of them, and sometimes they pop out of the waves. So thinking of that whole connected body. Breathing, heart, lungs, fingertips, right? And then let's just reach up to the corners. High right, high left, high left, high right, whatever it is for you, and then low right, low left. So we're just finding the vertical plane, the outside corners of the vertical plane. And let's change it. So we're starting with the other side first. Equal. So often we start with the right side first, and then the left side follows. Sometimes it's nice to start the other way. Although I think for you guys, you probably started with left first if you were following me. All right, that's enough of that. That was the vertical plane, right? These 4 corners. Let's cycle through it. So we're gonna circle up and down, cycling, reaching around, and then the other way. And I'm teaching a space class on Friday the 19th. I'll put a link for it in the description on Zoom from 5 to 7. And it will be playing with this space and how we move within it. Let's do the horizontal plane. So I'm just going to turn away from you so I can say the same side. We'll go right forward middle, left forward middle, right back middle, left back middle, right forward middle, left forward middle, right back middle, left back middle, right forward, left forward, right back, left back, forward, forward, back, back. So those are the 4 points of the horizontal plane. Anytime we're kind of cycling through here, we're also cycling through the horizontal plane. And then the last one is the sagittal, but we do a lot of that when we're on the mat. So we're going to actually just get down onto the floor and do some sagittal movement. So starting with, let's go all the way down. Take a minute, relax into the floor, let your body weight drop. A couple of big, deep breaths. Let out a sigh. Inviting anything that you're holding in your body, any extra tension that you don't need to hold on to, invite it to just melt away with that exhale. Like I like to say, the backpack of other people's responsibilities or all the things you've taken on that you don't need to take on. Even if you want to take them on, maybe just let them go just for a little while. So you're not carrying any extra stuff. Just give yourself a little bit of time, especially while we're working out, to not be holding on to everything else that's happening to you in the world or that you're doing in the world. And then let's go with the spiral side to side, letting this massage through your lower back, massaging through your butt, massaging through your hips. And then I'm going to actually pick my knees up or pick my feet up off the floor and take this into a deeper spiral, but I'm opening and closing in the legs, right? So I'm not trying to work my core a whole lot to do this. I'm making it as easy as possible. And then I'm going to open and unfold and then fold it in, unfold, and fold it in. So my arms are just reaching out to the sides, and my lower body is getting the spiral, opening up, folding it in, opening it up, folding it in. I spent a long time in the car yesterday. I drove down to rehearse in New Jersey with a couple of my dancers, and it took us about 2 hours to get there, maybe a little less, but it took us 3 hours to get back because it was rush hour. And then I didn't want to sit in traffic. So we took an alternate route, which turned out to get worse. And then we got lost. And yeah. Anyway, pressing up. So all that time in the car, just my body does not like that. 5 hours in a car in one day is basically torture. All right. So let's circle our pelvises. So circling around. Yeah, so for me to like recuperate from that, I've got to do a lot of rolling around on the floor and sometimes rolling around on the foam roller, especially for my lower back and hips. So the tension and the tightness tends to get into my lower back and hips. Change direction, other way. So letting your body move as easily as possible. So we're not trying to work as hard as we can. We're trying to work as effortlessly as we can, as efficiently as possible. And then come into center, take your arms up over your head, deep breath in. Exhale part way out. Soften the rib cage and lungs and roll it all the way down. When you hit the bottom, big inhale. Take the arms down by your sides, press it up again. Deep breath in. Let your chest come up to your chin. Exhale, part way out, or maybe most of the way out. Roll it down through your spine, holding that exhale. At the bottom, inhale, fill back up. Let's take the arms up over our head again for this one. Deep breath in. Exhale, part way out, or a lot of the way out. Soften, roll it down through your spine. Deep breath in at the bottom. And let's take a heel rock from there. So digging your heels into the floor, it helps if you're wearing socks, it helps if you're on a mat. Sending a wave of movement up and down through your body. So we get this ripple and wave from our head through the soles of our feet. If you've done a lot of exercise, a lot of Pilates, a lot of core strength stuff, it might be hard to free up that movement. So fake it a little bit. Really imagine the wave and feel like you're rippling through, even if you have to add some movement. Most people have been really well stabilized with a big lack of mobility in their body. And we really want that mobility for our organs, for our heart, our lungs, and for our tissues and our bones. Like if we get too rigid, it's harder to move, right? We need the fluidity so that the surfaces inside our body can move against each other, like in a shear way, like our nerves can move through our fascia. And also our fascia and muscles like can move against each other. So they're not stuck, right? If it's stuck together, it's harder to move. So we want to have that fluidity, that hydration in our body, and these capacities to move in very three-dimensional ways. Let's bring our knees into our chest and then spiraling, the same spiral we did before, but this time with your legs together. Pushing the floor away, head away from your tail, arms open wide. If your back is hurting, you could try keeping your head going in the same direction as your legs or going away from your legs. So going away from your legs is going to put your spine in a bigger spiral. So if spiraling is hurting, keep your head going the same direction and don't go as far. And let's bring it in. And we're going to just this a little bit. And we're going to take our pelvises up, hands down by our sides. Walk your feet out a little bit so that your feet are far away and just pull on the diagonal forward and backward. You should feel your hamstrings firing up. And then after you've done that maybe 10 times, flex your feet and continue to do it. See how it is with the flex. And then feet down to the floor again, feel that. And last one, flex, bring it up. This may be too much. If you start cramping, just come down. and release and lower it down. Like we don't want to force, especially after a certain age, we don't want to force our body into doing something if it feels like, oh, this isn't quite right. Give yourself a time, try it, ease off, do it again, ease off. And then hands on your knees, big circles, lubricating up your hip sockets, greasing up your inner body with fluid, hydrating the hip socket with synovial fluid. It's like a WD-40 for the joints, makes them happy, and change direction. So when we're circling in the joint like this, my leg isn't doing a whole lot of work because my arms are really helping out. We are greasing up the joint, so the actual joint is happy, which means the fascia is going to be happy, the bone is going to be happy, the muscles are going to be happy, because we are working in this very three-dimensional way so that the whole fascial matrix inside our body is getting this nice fluid movement. And the fascial matrix is like the whole holding system of our body. And it's all interconnected, and our nerves are routing through it, right? They have to go somewhere. And since this is the organ of form, it's holding us all together, and it's routed through everything also. So it's like all the little fascicles of your, like each big muscle is contained in like fascia and connected through in fascia, but then within it is smaller little fascicles. Fascia means bundles. So there's all these little things. You can see it if you look at raw meat, like how it has like fibrousness, and within the fibrousness, or even like in an orange or in a grapefruit, there's like little beads, and each of those little beads, that's a little fascicle with the muscle fiber inside of it, right? So it's this whole interconnected woven thing. Tendons, ligaments are fascia. All right, let's go back up and walk your feet out again a little bit. Flex your feet. We're going to take a march going up and down with flexed feet, just keeping that flex, pushing the floor away, trying to keep your pelvis up there in the middle. So very form-based, this exercise, right? Where really there's a way of doing it. We're trying to keep those rules applying. And then we're going to put the feet down, same thing. Pointed toes as you come up. You're going to work through your foot on and off the floor. Toes touch and it comes down. We're going to add to it. You're going to go up, straighten it out, fold it in, and come down. Up, straighten it out, fold it in, come down. Up and out, down. In, pushing the floor away, connecting to the floor. Up and down, up and down, up and down, and up and down. Roll it down through your spine, vertebra by vertebra, come in. Draw both knees into your nose, pull into a ball. So basically this is a child's pose, but we're on our back, right? Breathe into it. And then you're going to keep your knees together and just circle. Let that massage through your sacrum. And think of your guts and the front of your spine getting really soft. So we're not holding. I think most people in our culture tend to hold a lot of tension in their guts, in their butts, in their jaws, in their necks. So if it's possible, just invite for this moment some of that tension to release. Soften and melt away. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, and we're going to do big circles with your legs. So legs are going to come up as high as you want. You could peel off the floor, which I probably will in a minute, but I'm going to start a little bit smaller. Circles as small or big as you want. If you do this all the time, you might want to get more extreme. If you don't do it very much, be gentler with yourself, right? It might just be this kind of circle, right? That might be enough. And your knees might be a little bit bent, but work towards extending your legs out. So I'm going to come up pointed and I'm going to go out flexed down to the point, bringing it up, flexing and opening. I'm exhaling up and inhaling down. Could be the other way for you, but find your breath. Good, and just relax for a second. Turn your head from side to side. Feel the whole head-tail connection free up your spine. So as even my head is turning, I'm letting my tail wag also. So freeing it up, and I'm allowing a lumbar curve to come in so I'm not smashing into the floor. I'm giving it that freedom. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And we're going to internally rotate. So my feet are open very wide, internally rotating one leg at a time. Spiraling in. If you want to take your heel, hook it over. Go for it. Breathing into it. Going back and forth a couple more times, or just move it. If it feels better to keep moving, if it feels better to be still, listen to your own body. And then come back in. And let's flip over. Let's come onto our sides. Let's come into a side forearm plank. So you're going to come into your side forearm plank with one foot, either one foot in front of the other. You can stack them if you want. I really like this position because I feel like I can radiate away from center. Take your top arm, big circles with the top arm, opening up. Inhale as you open, exhale as you cross the front. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, other direction. Big circles with the arms. Nice gradated rotation through your rotator cuff. What does that even mean? It means that your humerus, your upper arm bone, is rotating as it moves around that circle. And come down and flip it to the other side. That means that right in the joint, there's like this gradual rotation of that upper arm as it goes around. All right, let's take it onto this other side. If we were talking Bartenia fundamentals, that would be the rotary factor, rotation happening, coming up, circling around. Inhale as you open, exhale as you close. If we learned at a young age better function, better rotation in our joints, fewer people would have to have surgeries in their rotator cuff. Circle the other way. Inhale, open. Pushing the floor away with your arm. Last one. And come down. Let's go back to our first side one more time. So we're going to do this. Your knees are going to be bent. You're going to inhale up. Arm is going to come to the floor. Exhale down. Pick up your knees. Circle them around to the other side. Elbow and knee down. You're going to come up. Touch the floor. Open it up, coming onto your butt, picking up your knees, circling them around onto the other side. This is also giving you a little massage across your rotators and glutes. This is a mobility exercise. If it's painful, go easy. Take your time. Coming around. And if you want to make it a little more exciting, you can straighten your legs out as you come through. So you could go straight legs, fold it in, into the curve, coming down. But the bent leg position is also great. So, doesn't always mean it's better. Just try different things. Having a variety pack of possibilities is a great way to be in your body, right? Oh, yeah, there's a lot of ways I can do that. Good. Last one, each side. And I think we did an extra one, but we're going to do it anyway. Over to the other side. Good. And then come down. Let's come all the way down onto our bellies on the mat. I look like an advertisement for Adidas today, but this was a hand-me-down from Hiroko-san. So I usually don't like to advertise people's brands just for nothing, but I do like bright orange. So, that's what it is. Bending your knees, letting your legs fall from side to side, massaging out your butt, massaging out your back. I do like to advertise my friends' bands and stuff like that, but I don't like to advertise for big, colossal companies. And then taking your hands next to your chest, inhale, baby cobra, no hands, exhale, lower it down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, lift. This time you're gonna lift your legs, you're gonna radiate everything out to the edges, bring it back in and come down. Upper body, lower body, stretch it out, bring it in, come down. Upper body, lower body, radiate out, bring it in, come down. Upper, lower, radiate, bring it in, come down. Upper, lower, reach it out, in, come down. Last one. Upper, lower, reach it out, in, come down. Let's press into the floor, coming up, opening the front of your body. Use your breath to come up. Inhale, picking you up. Exhale, releasing you down. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're going to change it. We're going to inhale up. Exhale at the top. And then inhale down. And exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Take it back into a child's pose. I'm not quite at a place where I can hang out in my child's pose with my foot yet. I'm getting there, but I'm not quite there with my foot, with my knee. It's way better, but it is not 100% better. So that is pes anserine bursitis, what I have in my knee, which is right in here. And it's a place where all of those muscles connect in. So it's like 3 muscles are coming together. And it's a little container for those muscles as they come together, a sheath, I think. That is what I learned from my chiropractor. All right, let's take it down onto elbows and knees. One leg out behind you, kicking the ceiling, going 1, 2, 3. Hello, backspace. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opening the front of your body. 9, 10. Taking it into a forearm plank. One knee to the floor at a time. We're going to go parallel, parallel, cross under, outer shoulder, parallel, parallel, twist, twist, shoulder, shoulder, parallel, parallel, twist, twist, shoulder, shoulder, parallel, parallel, twist, twist, shoulder, shoulder. Last one. Twist and relax. All the way down into the floor. Curl your toes under, knees are relaxed. Just push up and down. Soften your body. Relax. Big breathing. Breathe into the front of your body. Think of breathing into the floor, like you're pushing away the floor with your breath. Body rises away from the floor. On the exhale, it descends back into the floor. Then we're going to bend one knee, grab on, heel towards your butt. You're just going to turn it in and turn it out. This movement is happening in the hip socket, and you're maybe feeling the stretch shift across the different parts of your quadricep. If you're relaxed and your butt is kind of popped up, draw your pubic bone into the mat a little bit more. And if you're really hypermobile, you can pick your knee up. But if that causes your other hip to pop around, then don't pick it up. And then you're going to reach the whole thing out and up, half bow, radiate away from center. Feel like a centaur or at least an archer. And release it down, switch it to the other side. Heel into your butt, in and out. And then kick it out and up, half bow, radiating away from center, reach it long, breathe. And release. Arch up, take it back, child's pose, or I'm going to do this alternate version of just curling up, almost a child's pose, and then rounding my spine. Good. And we're going to do a push up into a side plank. So I'm going to do a regular push up with my hands open. So I kind of differentiate a tricep push up with my elbows right into my sides, elbows out to the side. A regular push up, it's more pec. So I'm going to do a regular push up onto my side, come back, a knee drop, and a push up. You can do the push up with your knees on the floor and then pop them up when you go to the side lift. You can leave your knees on the floor the whole time. Do whatever you need to do to adjust so that you can make it work for you. So I'm going to do a push up into a side plank. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do a knee drop and press it up. Push up, side plank, coming in, knee drop. Push up, side plank, bring it in, knee drop. Push up, side plank, bring it in, knee drop. Push up, side plank, bring it in, knee drop. Push up, side plank, bring it in, knee drop. One more time, each side. And relax. Come onto your butt. Breathe as much as you need to breathe. Big, deep breathing. Maybe let out a sigh. And then take your hands behind you. Fingertips pointing back. Push, open your chest. If it feels good to drop your head back, you can. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. So listen into your body. Pushing and opening. And then you're going to round. Take your hands so that they're facing out. And again, push and open. Bring it in, fingertips forward, push and open. And release that, coming in. And let's do a downward dog. I haven't done a downward dog for a while. So we're going to roll through our dog and come into a plank. So starting in your dog, just walking through your feet, bend one knee and then the other. Then you're going to lift your heels high, scoop your belly in, round your spine, roll it forward, find your plank. In your plank, just push forward and backward for a second, head forward, heels back, hovering along the horizon, and then drop your head, push with your arms, roll it up to the ceiling and lower your heels. Heels lift high, scoop your belly in, round your spine, roll it forward, head reaches forward, heels reach back, open your feet wide. This time circle your pelvis toward the floor and up toward the ceiling. 3 in one direction, 3 in the other direction. And then feet together, drop your head, roll it up to the ceiling, lower your heels. Just reach your heels down into the floor, reach your butt up to the ceiling, take the right leg as high as it can go, push and open, lift, 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 and release it down. Left leg as high as it can go, open, 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 and release it down. Right leg again, as high as it can go. We're going to pulse it 5 times, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release it down. Left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release it down. Right leg. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release and come down. Ah, and relax, let it go. Shake out your arms, shoulders. Let's open up into a straddle. And we're gonna take it to the side stretch, breathing, inner body lengthening toward the outer body, side body opening up. Under side is also long. Turn and face your leg. Big breathing. Walking it through center. And then push the floor away to come up, opening your arms, take it over to the other side. Big side stretch. Breathe into it. Inner body lengthening, upper body, top side lengthening, bottom side lengthening. Take it down to face your leg. Walk it into center. Push the floor away and come up. Let's go one more time. Taking it into the side stretch. Opening and lengthening, breathing into it. I could go further, but I feel like I get more length through my whole body if I stay a little higher. But you can play back and forth with that, like let it really drop down or lengthen it out. Turn and face your leg. Walk it into center. And then push the floor away and come up. And last time on the other side, big side stretch, lengthening out. Play with letting it really drop and then lengthening more so that you can see that if, in this version, I'm really elongated to my whole body. Here, I'm really curling over one side of my body. Both of them are good. Turn and face your leg, but they're different. They do different things. Walk it into center. And bring it up, bringing your legs together. Bang them up and down. Rotate in and out. Loose and easy. Let's just do this exercise. We haven't done it in a while. You're going to work with one leg. We're trying to strengthen. This is really directly working with that pes anserine bursitis that I have. So I'm going to turn out my leg. I'm going to flex that foot. Try and stay even on both sides, but try to get these muscles to fire up that are crossing over that thing, pulsing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I said crossing over that thing. That thing is my knee. They're crossing over my knee, right? So they're coming in right under here. The thing. Other side, 10. Flex, turn out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try to feel it on the flat of your inner thigh. 10. Back to the first side. One more time. Flexed and turned out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second side. Flexed and turned out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to go parallel. Flex foot, reach through your heel, not very high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Quad engage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's do something exciting and fun. You're going to lengthen your spine, pick up your feet, arms out, holding it. Let's take it in and go up and balance. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 2 more. Up and down, and last one. Up, roll yourself back and forth. I'm going to hit my plants, rolling through your spine, rounding through your back, curling. If it doesn't feel good, go side side instead. If it feels good and you want to take your time hanging out in that plow, go for it. You can hang out in the plow, try bending one knee, bend the other, bend both. You could walk them one direction, walk them the other direction, walk them one direction, bend both over one shoulder, walk them the other direction, bend them over the other shoulder. So I was just opening up the back of my lungs a lot, right? Whenever I get into those places where I'm kind of crunching in and opening at the same time, crunching in one front or back, I definitely start to cough. So I'm sure there's a little bit of residual scar tissue in there from having COVID, which great, right? Love that. Bringing it in, and let's stand on our legs and come onto our feet. Just hang down there. Try turning in your feet so your toes are turned in. See if you get a little bit more stretch up your peroneals, the outer part of your calf. You can also bend your knees there. Internal rotation, spiraling in. So the fascia, again, is getting that internal spiral, not just being out or parallel, right? That is going to affect and hydrate the tissue in a different way. So try that. And then come into center, roll it up. And we're just going to do a shake. So this shake is very much for your nervous system, shaking out any extra tension. And also, when you shake and you find there's a place that you aren't shaking, it's easy to know that that's the holding pattern. It's in that place. So try like one side and then the other, both sides together, shaking and bouncing. A lot of First Nations, Native American, or Indigenous people ceremonies involve this kind of shake and bounce where people come into a rhythm together. And this is doing wonders for their nervous systems, wonders for their sense of community. When people move together, they start to be more coherent as a group, not just within their own bodies, right? And we need that. We are tribal animals. We live in packs usually, or we used to. Now a lot of people live alone. So we got to find that same rhythm through different means, right? Like being in the room together, being part of our own tribe. Inhale, open. I think it's one reason why like group fitness is so valuable. Exhale, in big cities especially, because you get groups of people moving together. And even though they think they're going there to work out and feel the burn, they're doing much more than that. Inhale, open. And exhale. Last one. Inhale, open it up. And exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. So if you made it all the way through now or in the future, well done. I'm going to stop the live.